Big Bacon. Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to Big Bacon's Collection. I'm your host, Big Bacon. Today, we're going to be looking at the Marvel Legends Venom from the hit movie. Okay, the word hit might be a bit of an exaggeration. I personally enjoyed it, but honestly, I didn't think we were going to get any movie figures from that series. So, to have this, I'm actually quite happy. I picked this up from my buddy Rob down there at Peddler's Post in Boulevard, Missouri. If you're ever in the area, feel free to swing in and say hello. If you're looking for something, I'm sure he'll be able to hook you up. So, what do you say we get into the figure? So, this figure came with 3 accessories: a set of alternate hands. He comes with the open clawed hands, but also comes with a pair of fisted hands. Double fisting action. Gotta love it. The texture matches that on the body, and even the paint detail is carried on into the hand. But more on the paint on these later. I will not be using the fisted hands on him, so they're going to end up in the bag of wonders. He also comes with a second head. He comes with a grinning, toothy head, and then he comes with the tongue lash head. Now, the texture on this doesn't quite carry what the body does, but I don't think either head has that rough, bumpy texture on it. Great carving line to show like jaw muscle along the bottom of the mouth here. I've got some sort of gap here. Doesn't look like it's a separate. Yeah, it's a separate piece. The separate piece actually comes up through the back of the mouth there and back over to this side. Tongue is well sculpted, nicely painted. You got the actual jaw muscles inside the open mouth. Once again, great detail, nicely painted. Teeth are just gnarly. And being gnarly, yeah, I expect it to not be perfect. The sculpt is great on it. Paint just in a couple of spots seems to have not covered everything, like down here and then up over here, up along the jaw here, down there. But still, looking at it, it's badass. These huge eyes are actually painted really well inside the lines, which was my big fear, was that the eyes were going to be off on this. It's nice. So let's get into the figure. So on it, it's got the toothy grin. And like the other one, the teeth are really well sculpted into this. Paint actually looks like it matches up with where it's... Yeah. The same spot here where the paint doesn't come all the way up, it doesn't do it here either. So maybe that's a artistic issue and not a paint flaw. Eyes are once again well placed. And like I said, the head is much smoother than the rest of the body. Taking a look at the body, you can see it's got this sort of rough, bumpy texture over it. And that extends pretty much the entire length of the figure. Hands, arms, body. Now, the body, this is a well sculpted Venom. Honestly, this thing is beautiful. Sculpt wise. He's got, like I said, the open clawed hands on him. Comes down to clawed feet. Well, toe feet. Well, bare feet with big toes. We'll say it that way. Now, the paint on this, these streaks, are supposed to kind of mimic what you see in the movie, where he's got that lighter color streaking on him. And You know, they had to do some sort of paint app on him. I understand that, but this is just, I don't feel like this was probably the best option. It looks kind of odd, and it's inconsistent, because if you look at the body, you got these big, thick, solid lines. You come over to this shoulder, big, thick, solid line. You come to this shoulder, and they're just these tiny little lines. Then on the hands, they seem like even thicker. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm loving the figure. The paint is great. I just wish maybe they'd gone a different direction with how they painted it. So, what do you say we move on to some articulation? The head is just on a simple dumbbell, and as such, you're not going to get a great range of movement. He looks up that much, down that much. Got some tilt, which is great, because tilts often give much more personality. And the head turns easily. Arm hinges up over 90. It will rotate all the way around. Ooh, those detents are tight. Gotta love that. Bicep cut right there at the shoulder. And I love the fact that with how rounded the shoulder is, it doesn't really break the mold at all the way they've got the cut. It just hugs that curve. Have a double jointed elbow, which gives you an amazing amount of range. Hands rotate. Horizontal hinge on this side. Horizontal on this side as well. Body has a mid-torso cut, which allows for quite a bit forward, quite a bit back, well, a little bit back, some tilt and rotation. But then underneath that is an ab cut. Ab cut comes forward that far, comes back that far. So when you combine the two, he looks way down. He looks way up. I love it. The legs come out that far. Come forward really well. Back a little bit. Mid-thigh cut. And yeah, there's breaking the sculpt here. But I'm willing to deal with it. Double jointed knee. Once again gives amazing range. There's no kind of foot or lower leg rotation. Foot hinges back that far. Hinges forward that far. And front facing pin for a rocker. So, now comes the fun question. How do I want to display him? Almost like he's waving. Well, my one daughter suggested I use this head, and you know what? I think I'm going to. So accessory-wise, he's geared up. And because of his size, you know where he's going to go. That's right. He's going with the Beefy Boys. One of two Beefy Boys added this week. The other one will be coming up later on. But I want to thank you for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, hit that notification bell, and I'll see y'all next time.